What's up, swaggers? This is Din Army Vlogs Part Dos. I would tell you why I'm wearing a hat, but you should already know why I'm wearing a hat. So yeah, I enlisted October 3rd and it's like October 20th. So this video will cover 2.5 weeks of my BMT. So I don't know how long this will take, but I'll just run through everything and we'll see how it goes. So first things first, I'll kind of explain to you how the whole thing, the army is structured. Well, not the whole thing, but something. Okay, so basically, I'm part of School 1, and under School 1 there's a bunch of companies. I don't really know how many, don't ask me, I don't know. So, but I'm part of Dragon Company, and in each company there are 4 platoons, and each platoon has 4 sections, and each section has 16 people. So basically, I'm in platoon 3, section 2, bed 15. So that makes me number 32115. And so they call this the 40 number, and that basically replaces your name, because unless the sergeants or whatever actually bother to learn your name, then in the grand scheme of things, it's just easier to address everyone by some random 40 number. It's oh, 3215 or 1422, you know, 2134. Just kidding, there's no bed 34, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so the first day was pretty rough. Not really that rough, I don't know. They call their names. That was the first and only time they'll use their names. But they call our names to put us all in different platoons and sections and stuff. And then they give us all our equipment, which was in this giant black bag, and then this other giant green bag, which is half my size because I'm so small. So we have to carry these giant 2 bags up to the 4th floor. 4th floor. I could have been on the 2nd floor. We're gonna be in the 4th floor. So yeah, carried it up to the 4th floor, all the way up. Mind you, I have to climb those 4 flights of stairs. Actually, 8 flights of stairs every day, 10 times. Not fun. Would not recommend living on the 4th floor if you don't get to take the elevator. So anyways, they shaved our heads at around 9. By the way, shaved head. Gotta keep this cap on because otherwise I look I legit look like a bowling ball. My head is so round, I look like a bowling ball. Yeah. Anyways. So they shaved our heads at around 9. And lights out is at 10, right? Lights out means turn out the lights and go to sleep. No more doing whatever you're doing, right? So I didn't get to shower, because the sergeants and stuff, they were all screaming to go to bed. So I just got in bed, all my stuff was all over the floor and on my bed, and not arranged in my locker and whatever, which was terrible because I'm OCD, I need to clean things, but I was whatever, okay, I can handle it. I don't need a shower, I can shower in the morning or whatever, even though there's strands of hair all over. The worst part was that I really needed to pee. So it's my bladder was full. But it was lights out first day. I did not know if I was allowed to pee, even though the bathroom was out the door and 50 steps that way. I was just afraid I didn't want anything bad to happen on the first day. So I held my pee. And literally my body would wake me up every hour from 10 until 5. Every hour my body was dude, you need to pee. And I was bruh, just wait. So I literally held my pee the entire night until 5 in the morning, and I bolted to the bathroom. Was in front of the urinal for a good 2 minutes, not even joking. Yeah, that was a great first day. So the first few days was where they were just drilling all the basic stuff, stuff we should know, right? Because we're new, we don't know anything, we don't know how to do anything, so we had to learn things how to fall in, how to march, how to do our warm-ups and cool-downs, and all that stuff. So a lot of that was under the sun. Actually, most of it was under the sun. It was really hot. Dude, it was so bad. So we're learning all this stuff under the sun, right? And we just shaved our heads, so we're like, scalps are like not used to the sun, right? So literally, first day, no. After a few days, the first thing that happened was like, our heads would just like burn, like sunburn, like it hurt to touch. Okay. Then the second day was like pus. You know when you like cut yourself, but then like you don't clean it and the yellow stuff comes out? Yeah, that was like all over our heads. Like you go like this and then your fingers would be sticky. And then, you know, all the people taller would be like, dude, what's that in your hair? And I was like, dude, you got some too, I just can't see it. So it was literally the most disgusting thing ever. And then the third day of that hair stuff was like peeling, literally peeling. You go like this and like the skin would just fall off. And so we'd be like, everyone would be doing this all day. We were like in the lecture theater learning about some strong mind, strong body stuff. And everyone was just like doing this to their heads, and then like all this dead scalp skin was like falling all over the floor. It was nasty. It's absolutely nasty. So yeah, it was terrible. Don't ever shave your head. It's just not worth it. Falling in, basically, you have the right corner guy who like puts up his fist and like, okay, I'm the first guy. And then depending on how many rows, they usually say rows of 3 or rows of 5. And so you gotta line up rows of 5, first guy, and then the second guy, third guy, fourth guy, all the way until all the guys are lined up nicely. Which, you think it's easy, and it really is easy, but there's some really, really stupid people who like, dude, if it's rows of 5 and you're the last guy, you should see 4 people in front of you. If you see 5, you should move. We're not making rows of 6, unless you don't know what the number 5 is. So, like even now, even after 2.5 weeks, there are people who do that, who cannot like count, or don't have brains or something. It's really sad. So we line up and then we'll number off and count the number of rows. I'll get into that if I have time. I guess I have time, but this video might go kind of long. So we learn all the marching and stuff. Here, I'll see if I can show you. And I gotta move my camera setup. Hang on. Let's see if I can. Okay, so basically, I mean, the marching isn't hard. The marching isn't hard. We're like, basically how it works is we start with our left foot. Always left foot first, and then your arm goes up, and your arm's gotta be 90 when it's here, and 45 when it goes back. So we're like this, and our arm's gotta be straight, elbows locked and stuff, and you're about 24. So how it works is like you start marching, and then literally looks like this. Right? Something like that. Except like with 64 guys doing it in a nice rectangular shape thing. So there are all these commands. There's Sarangiri, which is attention, which is just like that. And there's Saliyat, which is like this. And you raise your knee 90 degrees. You go from here, then you go here. So, and then there's, you learn, okay, so basically all the commands are in like Malay, right? So the first few days were rough because you're like, you just hear these things and you're trying to put the Malay commands with what you're supposed to do, and it's like really complicated until like one of the sergeants on like the 4th day finally decided to explain like what each word in Malay actually means. So like kiri means left, and kanan means right, and belakang means like around 180. So kukuri is turn left, and kanan is turn right, and belakang is turn around. So basically it's not just like everyone turns left in their own manner. It's like there's a one check, one timing. So basically it's like you're turning left, 1, check 1. Or you're turning right, be like 1, check 1. If you're turning around, be 1, check 1. So everyone's supposed to do it at the same time. If you think about it, which is really hard for people to do if they have like zero sense of timing, which it amazes me how many people do not have a sense of timing. So we're like out in the sun for like hours just doing that repeatedly until people understand what to do, and it's just like, yeah, except I can't do this otherwise I get in trouble. So yeah, that's rough. So we got our rifles about a week-ish ago. It was this like official ceremony. Call your name, you go to your platoon commander, and then he'd give you a rifle, and then you'd be like, grab the rifle, and then you'd be like, with this weapon, I will defend my country with my life, and then you take the weapon and then go. So that was pretty cool. It's like this dramatic moment where you get your rifle. But then like, you got your rifle and you just stand there until everyone got their own rifle, and then we marched back and then put our rifles away, which sending arms and drawing arms, like putting your rifle away and taking it back, is like this painful process that takes way too long. Like everyone has to sign, grab their rifle, go through all the checks with the rifle, and then go. So it takes a long time. But yeah, we've done stripping, assembling, loading, unloading. We've done drills if like your weapon gets stuck with like double feeding like 2 bullets, or your like bullet gets stuck. But we haven't actually shot yet. I don't know when we're gonna actually shoot. We've also done all the like different shooting positions: standing, kneeling, pro. The one where you're lying down. That one hurt the first time we learned it, because you have to stay on your elbows. Like your elbows hurt, but then after a while you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. Yesterday we went to the grenade throwing area, and we practiced throwing dummy grenades. So we had to go through all the official, like, oh, ready grenade, prepare grenade, safety ring twist, safety pin pull, safety pin up, grenade prepared and ready to be thrown. And then so throw, and then you gotta hold your rifle and be like, grenade, and then you go 1,000, 2,000 until the grenade blows up. We're throwing live grenades on Monday though, so that's gonna be fun. Fun unless someone messes up. Yeah. Food? Oh yeah, food. We should talk about food. So we have to literally, we'll fall in front of our company building, and then we'll take count. Oh yeah, taking count. There'll be like Dari Kanan Bilang, which means count from the right, and then the first row will like number off, so that the sergeant will know how many rows there are, how many people are in each row. You'll know how many blank files there are, so how many people are missing in a row, in the second last row, and how many people are behind. And the behind people are like status people, which means they have these colored bands excusing them from doing stuff because they're sick or injured or whatever. So we'll march every day to the cookhouse 4 times actually. These 2.5 weeks were 4 times a week. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and night snack. So we'd march all the way there, and then the meal IC has to go and like inform the people that the platoon is here, and then we have to line up at a specific spot facing a specific direction, and then each of us has our 11B card that we have to scan before we can eat. And so it's like, even if it's time for food, you still gotta wait like half an hour until you actually eat the food. And once you get the food, you only have like 10 to 15 minutes to eat the food. So it's like actually terrible. You cannot take your time. The food itself is like not like awesome food. Obviously it's not awesome food. It's like army camp food, but it's like not terrible. They give us rice. They give us then like two or three different sides of protein, and then 1 side of vegetable, and then soup, and then your drink, and then fruit. So the protein, there's always chicken. Always chicken. I'm so tired of chicken. It's ridiculous. And it's not fried. They can't fry chicken, because there was one time like the cookhouse caught on fire because they were like frying chicken. So now we can't have fried chicken. So there's always chicken, which I'm tired of. There's pork, sometimes it's okay. And then there's fish. Yep. Yeah, get pretty tired of it. It's like the variety is pretty low. But you're hungry, so like you gotta eat. So even if it's like not the best thing, you eat it and you learn to be like, okay, it's not that bad, even though it's not that great either. Night snack is only for the first 2.5 weeks, the confinement week. We don't have night snack anymore, which thank God, because the night snack is actually terrible. Like it's usually like some Chinese dessert, like red bean soup or something like that. But they literally don't know how to cook. Like it's either too salty, too watery, no taste. Like you can't eat it. So it's just a waste of like half an hour going there to eat and coming back. No one likes it. We have water parades where, God, it's just to drink water. Okay, like I understand the whole, oh, you have to drink water to be safety. But we have to do it in a parade form, which means it's like all official. We have to like gather up all in nice, neat lines, and then we have to take our water bottles out. It's like bottles up, then you hold your bottle, right? This has to be 90 degrees. Then they're like caps off, then everyone takes off the cap. And then you have to hold the cap with your thumb. Everyone has to do it. And then you say the SAF8 core values. You're like, the SAF8 core values are loyalty to country, leadership, professionalism, discipline, fighting spirit, ethics, care for soldiers, safety. I think that was 8. And then half full water bottles drink up, and then you gotta drink 500 milliliters of water, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, is anybody still drinking? And you have to be like, 1, 2, no, Sergeant. And then we like caps on, then you put your cap on, then we got bottles down, and you put your bottle down. And then you have to be like, bottles down, a cut above the rest, dragons, which is like our company motto. Ooh. It's kind of lame, like totally not original, but you know, I can't really do anything about it. Oh, the physical stuff. It's actually not too bad. Like I genuinely enjoy all the physical training because I like exercising. Like we'll do strength training with weights and medicine balls and stuff, or just non-weight stuff like push-ups and sit-ups and all that. We do it under the sun, so it gets really tiring, but I mean, it's not too bad. Like you feel good afterwards. I always feel good after PT. Even running. I hate running, but like I hate running, but I wish I liked running, so it's kind of like I want to run, but I hate running. I don't know. So basically, we sleep lights out is at 10, reveling is at 5. So literally 7-hour sleep, 17-hour day, even though it's more like 6.5 hours sleep, 17.5-hour day, because you gotta wake up earlier to like get dressed and wash up and fall in downstairs and stuff. So pretty tiring, but I'm hanging in there. 2 weeks down, 7 more to go. Almost there, not really half, not even halfway. I just want to stay at home. Do a little more story time next time. Thanks for listening. Sorry about me being sick and stuff, but I hope this video wasn't too boring, even though it's just me sitting here talking most of the time, doing random things like marching and whatever. But yeah, this is Din Army Vlog Part 2. And I will see you guys next week because I can finally book out every weekend now because confinement week is over, which is the best thing ever. Well, yeah, we'll see you guys next week with Din Army Vlogs Part 3. This is Din Army Vlogs Part 2 signing off. Peace. There's a dab for all of you dabbing swaggers out there.